tackle, force the fourth down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack him today.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. On play action now, McCarthy. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off the defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Here's Riley Dixon on now for the punt on 4th down. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Here's a give inside to Wright. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Herbert. Oh, man, it's Marvin Mims. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
1st down from the red zone. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Wright gets it, headed right. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed to put 6 on the board for the offense.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. His return starts at the 5. His return makes it up to the 25. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in rhythm and play your game.
They get 27 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. He gets this one to Peoples-Jones. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And they'll pick up Little down to the 12-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, McCarthy. This one's caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Vikings tie this game 7-7. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd and 3 now. The give to Wright. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. 3rd and just 2 to go. They give to Spiller from the gun. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Here's Wright on the carry. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. That stop made by KJ Britt. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Herbert back to throw. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down. The Chargers sending out Zicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Brown's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hoped that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. He's got to gain a 6 there. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Even after a solid 6 yards on that play, still a long ways to go here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. So that'll do it for the opening quarter of Super Bowl 61. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get you back to Atlanta after this. Three more quarters to go. We're back for the 2nd frame here of Super Bowl 61. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. A give right side to Dobbins. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, McCarthy has the connection to Hopkinson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. They send the tight end in motion left. From the red zone now. Called in left side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
He's got him. That's Addison. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
And they score! It's a Minnesota touchdown! The Vikings take a second quarter lead. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Back out runs their offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Running it with Wright. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Well, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. Play action now for Herbert. Complete out to the right. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Now Wright. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Chargers will have a first. Herbert from the gun. On the move, headed right. He's on the move. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Running right. Here's Wright. He's contained at the line for no gain. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Completed here to Johnston. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Herbert now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. Able to the hit, Palmer, complete. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Herbert with a blitz coming. Able to find Wright. It's inside the 10. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Brown's kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. Across midfield to the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Chased out to it, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Dixon on the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. This offense ready to get going again now. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. First and 10, Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Has the connection to Wright. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Picked up at the 38. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be Vikings football. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing here. He beams one deep right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Keytrell Clark picks it. And he makes the let's go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers push their lead to 6. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Vikings with a football here late in the half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And now they face second down. Now it's McCarthy. Able to find Hawkinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. McCarthy now, blitz coming. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. To the air, McCarthy. Rolling left. The ball is out! And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play. McCarthy throwing on third down. Hawkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. That's halftime in the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. We watched a solid performance out of running back Jalen Wright. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. That one way too far up there. They can't connect. Official signaling for a timeout. It's taken by the offense. McCarthy trying again on second down. He gets this one to Peoples-Jones. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Give to Dobbins to start the third. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Dobbins. And this run doesn't quite reach enemy territory. Tackled at midfield. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know exactly what this defense is thinking right now, Kate. They are thinking safety. Off the snap, boy, they crash the line, and they're inching closer and closer to the end zone.
Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That stop made by KJ Britt. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Herbert. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. Fielded at his own 48. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Vikings start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running it with David Montgomery. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. McCarthy looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. The tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 1st down.
I'll talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate 1st down following that encroachment flag. They'll run here following the penalty. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 29. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Hopkinson reels it in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 2 They get 6 and a first down as well.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Going with Dobbins here. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Running it again with Dobbins. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. And I'm looking for that to be called again.
Jukes one defender. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Here's McCarthy to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Maher connects there. And that cuts the lead in half. Down to 3.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
On the return, here's Mims. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They've got first down from the 31. Now run with Wright. Escapes a defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Motioning him from the slot right. Here's a give for Wright. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
2nd and 3 now. Here's a give inside to right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. The throw is caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. A big try coming up here for Cameron Dicker. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. It likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. This is Dobbins. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Into traffic, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On play action now, McCarthy. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. It's a give here for Dobbins. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Give him only 3, and that brings up 4th down and 8. A big moment coming up for Eddie Pinheiro on this attempt. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that will make it a field goal game.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. This offense getting all set for this series. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Complete to Mims. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has the connection to right. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Chargers will have a first. Running behind center with right. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Herbert now off the play fake. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Buying some time left. He's running for it. That play good for 17 on the 1st down.
When the play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. Escapes out to the left. He's calling his own number again. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 24. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down here at the 16. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down from the red zone. Looking, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Just a tremendous effort from the defense there. A sense of urgency on 1st down in the red zone. Got to find a way to knock this offense backwards. The defense just did.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw!
Pass interference. Defense.
So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. running right. Here's right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Thankfully not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Right again. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Sending the tight end in motion left. They run again with right. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Now his second rushing score this game could not have come at a better time, Brock, as it adds some valuable points to that lead.
You know, there's something I can't really define, Kate, but it's just a feel. Passing touchdowns are great, but what rushing touchdowns do, especially to your defense, is they just fuel them. It empowers them to go out and play, and now they'll get to do so with a bigger lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth.
Previous play
They want
is
to take
under
one more
review.
look. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. It looks like he stayed in as well. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm?
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. On target to Dobbins. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Their whole season has led to this moment. He takes a knee, let the celebration begin. Setting up for the kneel down on third. And start the party on the West Coast. The LA Chargers are Super Bowl champions. The crowning moment of the NFL season, as Commissioner Goodell hands that Lombardi Trophy to the Los Angeles Chargers, the champions of Super Bowl 61. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.